I've called this press conference today to highlight certain issues of persons with disability in Goa. The first case is the neglect of persons with disability in Goa by the panchayats and the Swaympurna Mitras. You must have heard in the news last time, which was highlighted by one TV channel, which has gone viral of a woman who had her legs amputated, and she was totally neglected by her family, and this person was staying right in front of the Kamulli Panchayat. This incident is actually very shocking because the government has had two times they have had Swaympurna Goa campaign. Goa government has appointed Swaympurna Mitras. Goa government has had two times Swaympurna Goa campaigns in the last 1 year. Okay, and they have also had camps to give wheelchairs and crutches to persons with disability. And so we are very shocked to know such an incident has happened in Goa. And when we went, we found out on inquiry, we found out that this person had even applied for the DSS in July 21. Still, she is not getting her DSS. And we found out that all this person with disability was neglected only because her MLA, was not belonging to the BJP. So this is something very shocking that Swaympurna Mitras, who are government employees, are not visiting disabled persons, they are not visiting elderly people in constituencies which are not belonging to the government. We have taken very serious cognizance of this, and we request Swaympurna Mitras to go to each and every disabled person, each and every senior citizen's house, and see what are their requirements. Because under the Disability Act 2016, Section 7 and Section 92, it is a criminal offence to neglect persons with disabilities, and we will be forced to take action against the Swaympurna Mitras, against the Panchayat secretaries, and against the field officers of the Social Welfare Department if we get any other complaints, if we get similar complaints like this in future. We have also noticed that a newly constructed stadium in Vasco, swimming pool complex and stadium in Vasco, has been constructed by the SAG. And we are shocked to note that the stadium is not accessible for persons with disabilities. Now, the Persons with Disabilities Act 1995 is 25 years old. The new Disability Act 2016 is 5 to 6 years old. But still, our engineers of the SAG, our engineers of the GSIDC are constructing stadiums which is not accessible for persons with disabilities. We have taken strong cognizance of this matter, and we are demanding action against the SAG officials as well as the GSIDC officials for constructing buildings which are non-conforming to the disability standards, are not accessible for persons with disabilities. As per Disability Act, Section 40 to 45, no construction license can be given to any building which is not accessible for for persons with disability. No occupancy certificate can be given to any building which is not accessible for persons with disabilities. So we have taken serious cognizance of this matter. Be it a government building or be it a commercial building, we are warning the panchayats, municipalities, government departments to please see that you are accessible for buildings are made accessible for persons with disabilities. Otherwise, we will be forced to take action under Section 89 of the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act 2016. We are also very disappointed that the Accessible India campaign in Goa, which was started 5 years back, and money was received from the central government, is going at a very slow pace in the state. We are not been informed what is the progress of the Accessible India campaign, nor are we seeing any progress in physical terms of the 30 buildings which government was supposed to make accessible in the last 5 years. Okay, we have been also receiving complaints that schools and colleges are denying admission to students with disabilities on the grounds of disability. This also is an offence under the Rights of Persons with Disability Act, It is an offence under the Goa Children's Act. It is an offence under the Right to Education Act. So we are requesting all schools, all colleges to not to deny admission to children with disabilities. In case any school requires any help with the education department, be it getting a resource room teacher, or be it making getting a special educator, or creating a resource room, or you need any help, any school, any college can contact us, and we will be more than willing to help them. There is a 5% reservation in college admissions for persons with disability as per the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act. We have been also receiving complaints that persons with disabilities do not have anybody to take them to the health centers in case they are sick. So we also, when people go to register to the sub registrar's office, the many of the sub registrar's offices are not accessible for persons with disabilities, or the elderly people find it difficult to visit the sub registrar's offices. So we are demanding that the health services direct the health center doctors at the health centers to visit persons with disabilities or the elderly at their houses, at the homes, for simple tests like blood pressure checkup or sugar, diabetes, cholesterol. Simple tests like this to visit the houses. The health center doctors should visit these persons with disabilities or the elderly at their houses, so that they do not have the problem of coming to the health centers, because many times there is nobody to take them to the health centers. And lastly, we would also like to inform that many banks have started doorstep services for persons with disabilities. So persons with disabilities can sit at home and withdraw money from the banks, or they can deposit money in their bank accounts by calling their respective bank officers. Also, the post office, the India Post has got a very good system of India Post Payments Bank, where elderly people, persons with disabilities, uneducated people can withdraw money from their existing bank accounts by just calling up their postman. The cash withdrawals are allowed in the post office by 4,000 rupees at a time. They can withdraw money from their existing accounts.
Have you received any complaint of any disability person that denying the admission, college or
Yes,
school?
so far we have received 4 complaints already this year.
What action you have taken on that?
We have forwarded it to the Disability Commissioner, because we are not empowered to take action. So we have forwarded to the Disability Commissioner. We have taken it up with the Education Department. We have taken it up with the Directorate of Higher Education also.
Which school?
Which one? It's better that we don't name the schools. So we are not naming the schools. One case they are saying that the subjects which are taken at the 10th standard are not suitable for the 11th standard. You know that there is a modified scheme for of subjects for CWSN students. So that 10th standard student could not get admission in the 11th standard because he was the subjects were not suitable, or because he dropped out those subjects, he was not getting the admission. In other cases, we have found that the schools were not accessible for persons with disabilities.
How many cases you have received?
About 3 to 4 cases we have received. Various parts of Goa.
About blood, आमकां जेन्ना कट जाता आमचे क्लॉटिंग जाता आनी रगत थांबता आनी पेकता, करेक्ट? For these persons with disability who have hemophilia, they lack or there is less this in the blood, that is called factor. तो फॅक्टर GMCंतल्यान तांकां मेळपाक जाय ऑन रेग्युलर बेसीस इंजेक्शनांतल्यान. दे आर कॉस्टली इंजेक्शन. गोंयांत सादारण आयडेंटिफायड अरावंड 55 अशे डिसेबिलिटीचे पेशंट्स आहा हेमोफिलियाचे. तांची सोसायटी आसा, ते एप्रोच करता. पण फाटले काही दीस दे फावंड फॉर 15 days दॅट फॅक्टर वॉज नॉट अवेलेबल. सो आमचो रिक्वेस्ट आसा की हे पेशंटांक जर तो फॅक्टर टायमली मेळ्ळो ना, ते डिसेबल्ड जाता. तांकां काही लोक व्हिलचॅरां ऑलरेडी आसात, काही चलतना ऑर्थोपेडीक डिसेबिलिटी तांकां चलपा त्रास जाता, हे तांचे एग्रेवेट जाता टायमली जर हो फॅक्टर ब्लडाक तांकां दिवपाक मेळ्ळो ना जाल्यार. सो आमचे हें आसा की तो रेगुलर बेसीस, इट इज अ इसेन्शियल मेडिसीन, ते रेगुलर बेसीस तांकां मेळचें. तांणी ऑलरेडी कम्युनिकेशन धाडिल्लें GMCP. आनी एक तांचो हे डिसेबिलिटीचो एक तांचो कन्सर्न असो आसा की तांचे जेन्ना तांकां ब्लिडींग जाता तेन्ना डेफिनेटली थंय वचकर तांकां ट्रिटमेंट मेळटा, पण ते रिस्पॉन्स इमिजिएट रिस्पॉन्स तांचें म्हणणें अशें आसा की हेमोफिलिया खातीर रेगुलर ट्रिटमेंट तांकां GMC एवेलेबल जावपाक जाय. आनी तेच बरोबर हे फक्त GMC पण जे आसा सावथ गोवा जे आमचे डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल आसा थंय तुमी फूल फ्लेज करूं शकना सद्या परिस्थिती, हें आमकां खबर आसा. पण एटलिस्ट मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट तांकां तो फॅक्टर बी इंजेक्शनान दिवपा खातीर एक ल्हानशी फेसिलिटी थंय सुरू जावूंक जाय. ही मागणी ऑलरेडी केल्ली आसा थंय वचून, ती जावूं ना, तिवूय मार्गाक लागची असो एक रिक्वेस्ट आमचो आसा.
प्रकाश बाबू, कांय लोकांक डिसेबिलिटी सर्टिफिकेट मेळना म्हणून ते फायनान्शियल असिस्टंट जे सरकाराचे मेळटात ते मेळपाक जाता त्रास जाता. तेजे खातीर तुमचो कितें बोर्ड बीन कितें
ना, गव्हर्मेंटान ऑलरेडी बोर्ड नोटिफाय केल्या. आतां तुमकां सांगिल्ली ती हेमोफिलिया, मागीर थॅलसेमिया म्हणूनय भुरग्यांक जाता, ब्लडाची डिसेबिलिटीज, भुरगें धरता, हातपांय सुजता, तांकांय ही सर्टिफिकेटां मेळपा खातीर सरकारान बोर्ड ऑलरेडी नोटिफाय केला. पण काही टेक्निकलिटीज येतात तेंच्यो, प्रॅक्टिकल डिफिकल्टीज, ताका लागून हे डिले जाताले. आतां पयरूच हांगा डिसेबिलिटी ती आमची थॅलेसेमियाची म्हणजे ते भुरग्यां खातीर पेडियाट्रीक डिपार्टमेंटाची चीफ जी आसा हे पळोवपी, तिणें म्हाका सांगलें की तांणी थॅलेसेमियाची सर्टिफिकेट इशू करपाक सुरवात केल्या. हेमोफिलियाचे अजून जावं ना, ही एक्सपेडायट जावं जाय. तुमी सांगला तें बरोबर, सगळे डिसेबिलिटीची जो पर्यंत तांकां सर्टिफिकेट मेळना तो पर्यंत तांकां बेनिफिट्स मेळना. तांकां वेरियस बेनिफिट्स आसता, तांकां गाडये बसीक कन्सेशन आसता, सीट रिजर्व आसता, तांकां DSS मेळपाक जाय मंथली पेन्शन, आनी तांकां वेरियस ज्यो फेसिलिटीज आसता त्यो मेळटल्यो जाल्यार ती सर्टिफिकेट जाय. 4% रिजर्व जॉबांनी आसता, ते सगळे मेळटले जाल्यार आमचे बाकीच्यो ज्यो डिसेबिलिटीज आहा, ऑर्थोपेडीक, विज्युअल इम्पेर्ड, हियरिंग स्पीच इम्पेर्ड, ती सर्टिफिकेट्स मेळटा खंय आमच्या GMC, अजिलो आनी हॉस्पिसियो. पण ह्यो ज्यो काही डिसेबिलिटीज नव्यो नोटिफाय केल्ल्यो आसा, पयले एकठां 7च आशिल्ल्यो, आतां 21 जाल्या. सो ती नवी सरकारान नोटिफाय केल्या, पण अजून जे पद्दतीन ती फास्ट सर्टिफिकेट्स मेळूंक जाय ती मेळना अश्यो कंप्लेन्स डेफिनेटली आमकां येता. आनी आमी त्यो कमिशनर डिसेबिलिटी, गोवा स्टेट डिसेबिलिटी कमिशनर म्हणून आसा, पर्वरे संजय स्कुला तो बसता, ताजें ऑफिस आहा, गुरुप्रसाद पावसकर, ताका एप्रोच करचो कोणाक जर डिफिकल्टी आयल्या तो इमिजिएटली ते टेकअप करता.